but he does the theme songs like as you're going through the level. Like he'll do the noises of like you getting coins and like jumping on what are they called? The little the toadstools?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he does like all the noises with a piano, and you're just like
the sound going down the pipe.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop.
Yeah. Dude,
he actually
it's
has
so
like
awesome.
a key that he had like.
I actually don't remember exactly if he does the pipes, but he does like all the like tons of different game sounds where it's, I don't know. It's awesome. And he'll even like do, you know, when you're starting to run out of time, and it's like and then he'll like go into that. I don't know. He's amazing. You guys should go check him out on YouTube, The Blind Pianist. And you know, he doesn't pay me. It's not like he's a sponsor of the show, though he probably would be, because you know he obviously would respect the great production value that we have here at Playhem. Maybe, I don't know, but he's definitely awesome. And if you guys love your theme songs, go check that out. But now we are in another game of StarCraft 2, Kibbelz, and why don't you take us away with some of your handsome intros?
Gentlemen, ladies, in the top left-hand corner of this map, which has recently been popularized, it is Calm Before the Storm. This guy is Startail Rainbow. He's going to be our blue Terran in this TVP, in which both players on the left-hand side of the board will be expanding across the right-hand side of the board if we have a nice long macro game. Rainbow going to be facing off today against this guy spawning in the bottom left-hand corner from Team Complexity. He is rsvp.
Yeah, we saw him last game there, rsvp, taking out Dignitas's killer. And honestly, what I feel was a bit of an upset. And I think a lot of it is due to the fact of that Hydralisk play. I think that rsvp just didn't react exactly how Dignitas's killer expected. He didn't expect those Colossus to come out quite so quickly, and was never really able to take or do any damage rather with his Hydralisk army. And then on top of that, he lost all of his mutas to some stalkers without doing too much damage, with a slight bit of miscontrol. And from there on out, it was tough for Killer because he had to go into a late game composition. And like you said, unless you've played against Complexity's rsvp, you don't know how air heavy he goes in the late game. And if you get caught a little bit unawares, then it can quickly landslide, especially since, man, carriers are the highest DPS unit in the game, and Void Rays are up there as well. Then you add in Archon Toilets. Whew, that is one scary combination to deal with.
As they say in Spain, buena suerte.
What does that mean? Like, good effing luck?
Yep.
Oh. Sometimes my Spanish is okay, sometimes it's just pure guessing.
Well, that was a pure guess, man, and it was a good one.
Oh,
yeah,
look at
I was
this
just
RSVP
thinking about
with
that
the-
icy system, actually. Totally right what he says there. It's really odd that he went for such fast Colossi. I think Killer, it was used to rsvp not, or other Protosses. He took out that first Observer. And I think he, with the mutas, and I think he believed that he was in the clear. And then rsvp saw the Hydra Den.
Yeah, he didn't actually see the Hydra Den. He saw Hydralisks.
Oh.
And then immediately put down a Robotics Bay. So I forget exactly what the situation was, but Hydralisk just came into vision. And I assume that, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt here to rsvp and assume as a Stalker gets pushed back from the front of Rainbow's ramp that he saw it and put down a Robotics Bay. Otherwise, he was just like, whatever, you're going Muta. I guess I'm going to make Colossus. They're pretty good.
Well, it was really smart out of rsvp too. Anticipating what his opponent was going for. Stalker moving a little bit too far forward here. Does take some hull damage. But rsvp realizing, alright, you went Muta and so quickly transitioned into Hydra, you're definitely coming for a Hydra timing attack. So, Stalker's caught in a really bad position here. Has to deal with these Marines. Does manage to kill a few of them. Uh-oh, now Stutter stepping themselves into a corner. But will the Marine count be depleted enough in time? I love how he leaves the one Stalker that had a good amount of health to stay in the fight and doesn't lose a single A single Stalker now going to prevent these two bunkers from going up. Another round of 3 Stalkers warps in, as well as a Zealot, and rsvp may quickly
Dude, he is doing so much damage right now. The bunkers do finally finish, though, and now the Marines will hop in, and the SCVs will start repairing, so that means that this attack from rsvp will be stopped for now. But keep in mind, he's not all in right now. He's been building probes at home. Yeah. He's got that next up and going. That's just a 3-gate pressure build that he's been trying to do here. He's going to warp in some extra Zealots, might go for another push here, hoping that his opponent pulled his his SCVs back, but they're still there waiting to defend at the bunkers, and I don't expect rsvp here to be able to do too much damage at all, but the damage has been done. 10 SCVs taken out, 34 probes to 26 SCVs overall, which actually means that a couple of probe production cycles were missed by rsvp, but he's got a ton of chrono boost, and look at that, he's using it on his Nexi, on his Nexuses, on his... How do you turn Coloxin, but like the plural for Nexus?
Nexi, man.
Nexin? Anyways, I was trying to do like all the different plurals that might exist just to try to get the chat to argue about what the right etymology... man. That it is, and oh, huge force field goes down. The Marines get trapped at the bottom of the ramp. The Zealots are doing the dirty work, and the Stalkers, of course, attacking from afar. More Zealots get warped in, and rsvp here controlling his Stalkers fairly nicely overall. His control was a little bit better earlier on, able to kill off so many of those Marines. Look at the units lost tab, Kibbelz. It's 1,900 resources lost for Startail Rainbow versus just 900 for rsvp. Who's controlling these Stalkers? Is it OGSMC?
I feel like it's got to be, man. That Stalker micro that we saw when he was dealing with those Marines, literally, it turned a situation where I thought rsvp was going to be in a ton of trouble into a situation where rsvp lost 2 units and Rainbow lost like 19 Marines. It was ridiculous, man. So rsvp now holding it quite a contain on Rainbow. Not going to let him take a third here. But remember, Rainbow does have this nice and functional second expansion here in the back. So that's going to allow him to tech up to some 2-base play. Meanwhile, rsvp, he's making his Observer, starting both upgrades, +1 attack and +1 armor, back at home. And now it looks like he wants to push up this ramp. Guardian Shield goes down, now targeting down this bunker. There's no SCVs anywhere around. Only now do they come off the main, and that's going to mean that all the bunkers are going to go down. And now Rainbow is going to lose tons of units, if not the game, Katu.
Dude, that SCV pull was just years too late. He would need a DeLorean to get back into this game because he's got to go back in time and pull those SCVs immediately. There's no way that he could do this here. And meanwhile, the Marauders here getting focused down by the Stalkers. The Zealots going to work on those SCVs, and now 26 SCVs have been killed. Overall, this attack will get cleaned up. More Stalkers are getting warped in here, and they might do some more damage here. The Zealots are chasing down those Marauders, but more SCVs get pulled, and I expect this attack here to be held. But meanwhile, back home, rsvp, man, he's not laying down. He's still going to work. He's adding on extra gateways, going for double forge upgrades, has the robotics facility up. Stalkers here continue to do some damage. 36 SCVs killed so far. Oh boy, I don't see how he's going to come back. More Stalkers get warped in as well, and not enough SCVs were pulled, which means that this attack continues to go on, and it looks here like rsvp is going to win game number 1 in this best of 3 series.
Yeah, barring miracles, guys, I don't see how rsvp is going to come back from this. Somebody lagging a little bit. Rainbow.
You shouldn't kick your computer when you're losing, man. Doesn't help anybody.
Especially.
I'm kidding. Like, I'm sure that has nothing to do with that. But, like, every time something like this happens, the thought pops into your brain. Just, you know, like maybe a girl bends over. Thoughts pop into your brain. I'm just saying. Kibbelz. They're innocent thoughts, and you'd never act on them.
I know if I kicked my computer, my internet cord would actually fall out the back, and because it doesn't have that clip. That clip on the top is broken.
I think we come from the same family. Like, I've got 1 million Ethernet cords in my house, and I said corbs, and I mean cords, and not a single one has the clip. It's like the weirdest thing. So actually use elastics, man. Elastics are pretty good. You just like find a spot to hook the elastic onto your case, and then just like wrap it around around the Ethernet cord. And then it holds it in place without having to use like any sticky tape or anything like that. So that being said here, unfortunately, Startail Rainbow is going to drop. I mean, he's way behind here in this game. And, I mean, we'll have to confer with the admins. But in my mind, there's no doubt here that the